By Pakistan, and Inzamam opted to bat first on what looked to be a great batting track. There were two changes for each side. For South Africa, out went Lutz Bosman and Robin Peterson. In came Herschel Gibbs, back after his ban, and Charles Langeveld. For Pakistan, Mohammad Hafiz and Mohammad Sami were replaced by Imran Nazir and the recalled veteran all-rounder Azam Mahmood. We pick up play with the first over of the day. Our commentators Daryl Cullinan and Ramiz Raja.
Pakistan winning the toss and electing to bat. That's an important move from Inzamam ul Haq. He won the toss and elected to field, and the idea was to pick up early wickets. Now the idea here is to score runs and dominate South Africa. Let's see how they go.
Pakistan off the mark. There has been a lot of talk about the upcoming World Cup, but there's very much a series at stake here, and it's alive. And will they come back and just show some good fighting spirit, Pakistan? There would have been a lot of chat, I'm sure, in their camp about how to go about proceedings, and one thing's for sure, they're going to have to give their bowling, and particularly their batting, some real thought. Big question is, who is up for it today? Akmal on strike. Shaun Pollock, in fact, has played 18 matches at this ground. It is his home ground, and having taken 22 wickets at an excellent average of just over 21. Jacques Kallis is second with 18, and Ramiz, a man who's played 6 matches at this ground with 15 wickets, Waka Younis.
Yes, I remember he was absolutely unstoppable in that 93 season here.
Right in the business area there, Shaun Pollock. He's so good at finding that line and length. Yes, I do remember him very well in that 93 series. Made my debut in one-day international cricket at this ground. Lasted all of 2 balls against him. Big booming cover drive to some reverse swing. He was quick, wasn't he?
Very
Unplayable.
sharp.
Big shot. Steve Bucknell's having a look. Pollock seems convinced. Eventually the finger does go up. Well, he normally takes his time, Steve Bucknell, but on this occasion it's been longer than normal. So success immediately to South Africa. Cameron Akmal shouldering arms. Probably misjudged it. There will be some questions asked. Was it hit in? Perhaps hit him outside the line, but let's not forget he wasn't playing a stroke. Height maybe was a factor. Maybe Hawkeye disagrees.
Yes, the fact that it took a long time really to adjust this maybe can cause a bit of ripple in Kamran Akmal's mind. Gone for naught.
Younis Khan, the new batsman, he would not have had time to just sit down, get the feet up and have a look at things. He finds himself in the very first over. Pakistan 1 for 1. Had an impressive career so far.
It's going to be such a crucial innings from Younis Khan. He bats well at number 3 position. Once again, a wicket has gone down very early. Not an easy situation for him, but he's quite used to it.
Shaun Pollock just spoke about the bounce at this ground in his interview earlier on today, and that it often catches batsmen by surprise. And that having played around the country where there may not necessarily be the same sort of bounce, they found the bounce just being a factor against them here. Was it hitting? That's the big question to ask here. Hawkeye believes that it wasn't. Good start for South Africa, and Shaun Pollock 1 for 1. Finds the outside edge. It's a short boundary down to third man. So the first boundary of the Pakistan innings comes off a thick outside edge of Younis Khan's bat.
Didn't look too pleasing, Younis Khan. but he'll take those 4 runs. Ball guided away through the slip cordon. Played it with soft hands, played it down. That was important in the end. Just opening the face of the blade.
That's picked up too full and a little bit too straight from Shaun Pollock. First authentic boundary of the innings so far. Confident stroke. You don't see Shaun Pollock being struck away like this too often.
He's got a good eye. He may not have the best technique, but he looks to challenge you all the time, which is a very good trait in a batsman, especially when he's opening. This kind of an attack can derail the opposition's fast bowling. Another good shot will earn him a couple of runs. He's looked good. Strikes the ball hard, strikes it sweetly. Coming back to my point, I think to beat a team like South Africa, you need to have more specialists in your lineup. This is a safe team. This is a team that'll be pretty good on certain conditions against certain teams. But against quality teams, you need to have quality individuals and specialists to win matches. So once again, responsibility will be a lot on those players like Younis Khan, Yousuf and Inzamam Haq. The 3 in the middle order really will be the difference between winning and losing.
It's a boundary again. He's picked it up. Superb stroke. Taking the game to Pollock. It wasn't all that short. It's an explosive end to the over. 18 for 1.
Well, this is a magnificent piece of cricket from young Imran Nazir. He had made up his mind very early and importantly picked up the length early, knew exactly what to do with it.
This could be another boundary. That is raced off the bat. My word, his timing's good.
He's young, he's exuberant, and he's beautiful to look at while batting. Superb cut shot. Now this really was from the top draw. Great execution.
He goes again. There's a man behind square. Fine leg has come up. Still beats him though. That's 4 boundaries already from Shaun Pollock's bowling. You don't often see this. Again, it's not that short, is it, Ramiz?
It's not. Once again, excellent shot from Imran Nazir. What he's doing here is making South Africa think.
He's gone again. We've seen him today be very good on the short ball. This is the maximum, the first 6 of the match. Well, we haven't seen this throughout the series and the Test series from a Pakistan batsman, one who pulls convincingly. We've seen a few of his teammates, particularly in the Test series, pull and get out. But this has gone all the way. It looks as if he's very comfortable playing this sort of stroke. This time it's a pull, but it's more over mid-on. Another boundary to Nazir, and he's taken it to Pollock and Ntini.
He's trusting this pitch. He's also enjoying this bounce. Once again, picking up the length early. It wasn't a problem for him really to draw the ball away from offside towards mid-on.
Match 4. Beautifully struck. Sweet as you like. My goodness, he's playing well.
Well, you did say that it looks like an absolute belter of a pitch. And it's slightly over-pitched on this occasion, and he's just whooped it. Look at that. There's a man back there, but that's miles in front of square on the leg side. He's hit that. Great shot. over. It's 51 for 1. Another whippage. Few bounces into the boundary, come over to my side.
It's going to fall safe. Going to fall safe.
Andre now won't mind seeing that, I can tell you. Yeah, it was nothing convincing about that hook shot. It's a good short ball. It's at him, top edge, and it's fallen safely in that gap for 2 runs.
Smashed away. I think Gibbs might have just got a fingertip to it, but it's gone for 4. Nevertheless, the scoreboard just keeps ticking over.
It was short and it was wide. 50 up for Imran Nazir. 9th 50, and has got 100 as well.
Driven down the ground, it'll be 4 more. And Justin Kemp gives up the chase almost as he started it.
An indication as well, Robin, of what you mentioned early on, a good pitch. Yet another one. That's a great shot. Really is a class shot from a class player. Hasn't really hit that hard. It's just hit that dead straight down the ground for 4. Sometimes if you try and hit it too hard, you lose your shape a little. Oh, he's run this down to 3rd man. They've taken a second slip out, and it's 4 more. Runs are flowing very quickly here. It's in the air, it's high, it's huge, it's on the roof. And it's coming down now, off the roof. Little smile from Andre now, but that hurts, that's long.
Well, everybody knows that if you bowl the ball short to him, he's going to have a pull. If you haven't learnt that yet. Oh, it's better length though. I think we've got to agree, Alan, that South Africa have bowled too short to this lad, and he hasn't made any mistakes. He made 1 and it fell safely. Otherwise, he's hit it for 4 and he's hit it for 6. That's a better length.
Outside off stump, basics of cricket, just back of a length. That's what you discuss in team talks every single time. He's got to hit you off your areas. Then the bowler's doing his job.
Out. Yeah. Very straight. Hit across a long half volley, really, trying to hit it 2 square on the onside. Langerfeldt stops the rock for the time being. But thank you, Nazir, for some wonderful entertainment.
That it certainly was. He's kept his nerve, Langerfeldt. And South Africa have made a very big breakthrough here. There's no doubt about this. It's up there, gone. Absolutely dead. One of the easy decisions for an umpire to make. And Imran Nazir has gone for 57. It's 80 for 2.
Mohammad, Yousuf, a man who's in such fantastic form over the last 12 months. Beautiful shot, runs away for 4. Brett Proctor will describe it for you.
Thanks, Robin. It's a nice gentle welcome from Andre Nel to Mohammad Yousuf. This is a very pleasant half volley and exquisitely dispatched.
He's a class player, Mohammad Yousuf picked the gap out beautifully. Not an easy thing to do when you first come in. Played pretty well at Centurion. 39 he got.
Oh, that's better bowling. It's a better length. A length that South Africa have struggled to find today. They'll be disappointed with their bowling performance. However, they certainly had their rhythm disrupted by the attack from Imran Nazir.
You're spot on, Brett. Now, that's a good length to bowl to somebody like Mohammad Yousuf, but Imran Nazir was getting on the back foot and pulling those sort of deliveries. I just don't think they bowl enough slower deliveries, and they didn't bowl enough in the block hole. Had to bowl fuller to the shorter man. If you look at his wagon wheel, you'll see that a lot of them went... oh, that's a beauty. A little bit of extra pace there.
Too short, and that will be 4. It's a poor delivery. It got the treatment it deserved.
Well, up to Younis Khan now to keep the wheels ticking over. He was quite content to just hang around there when Imran Nazir was playing shots to all pot, but now that he's been in for a while, he's been in for almost an hour, and that's a pretty poor delivery.
Oh, so nearly ricocheting back onto the stumps. Good piece of bowling.
Just a bit late, Mohammad Yousuf. Just a slightly quicker delivery, and how close is this? Straight over the top.
Sweetly driven and through. That is gorgeous placement and exquisite timing, and it goes all the way for 4. It was no more than a push into the gap. Beautifully played.
Well, we saw him play one square of the wicket when it was a little wider. This one a bit straighter, so he's just angled it wider mid-off. Through the offside, very good player. Always hitting nicely on the up, but with a very steady head.
Impish stroke, just lifting it over the inner ring to the onside. Prince is quick, but not quick enough. Another Pakistani boundary.
Oh, he's looking a little perplexed. And there's a wry smile too from Younis Khan. I think he thought it was going to be the bouncer, and he premeditated that and then found it wasn't there. And such is the skill of the man, he was able to adapt the shot and still flick it.
Driven for 4, overpitched, and Younis Khan is growing in stature.
Certainly is. He's almost going at a runner ball now. Quality player. Provide him with a full toss, and he'll provide you with a boundary.
He's got it fine. And fine, a third man. So cleverly played. It's 127 now for 2. Just opens the blade of the bat, plays it through the vacant slip area, just wide of Boucher. There's a certain risk involved. If he gets any less bat on it than that, then Boucher would have gobbled it up. Smashed away, and he goes on to 50. Here's 26-50, his second against South Africa, to go along with 200s in this format of the game. It's been a very, very mature and clever innings.
Yes, it's been good for Pakistan, especially at that number 3 position. Takes pride batting at that number 3 position, so crucial for Pakistan. They've had a great deal of problem finding a quality player to bat at number 3. Well, they've definitely found one there.
This might be out. No, it isn't. When that was hit, Pollock must have thought he was in with a chance. The man out there is Kemp, and I don't know that he saw the ball that early. It seemed to be in the air for a while before he started to get into motion. Up she goes.
Well, Pakistan have today not been shy to play this pull shot, and that is the reason why they're dictating terms. Valiant effort in the end from Kemp. I think he misread the flight, didn't pick the ball straight away from the backdrop. slightly over mid-wicket. Sean Pollock losing the plot here.
It would appear that you just can't bowl short on this pitch. It's maybe not quite as quick as they would have liked it to have been, but we saw Graham Smith when the second wicket fall, or when Nazir got out. We saw him talking about, if you're going to bowl bouncers, get it throat high, get it nose high. Clinically put away. You cannot, repeat, you cannot bowl short on this pitch.
He's looking at the pitch. Jack Callis is not happy with what he's getting from Younis Khan's bat. Banging the ball short, far too short, and he was in position very quickly to put that away for a boundary. These are costly runs, coming courtesy wrong line and lengths from South African bowlers.
There we go. He tried it the previous ball. On this occasion, pulls it off beautifully for the maximum.
Another slow delivery. Younis Khan read this one pretty easily. Graham Smith has still got his fine leg back, so he's got no mid off. He's got mid on back. But Younis Khan seeing that straight away, waited for it nicely, hit through the line. Beautiful shot.
This is well timed. A slow delivery from Callis to full. Optimistic, probably outside the line.
I think at night time, anything over 280 will be very challenging. I don't know what you think, but I think once you get over that 280 mark, batting second, you have to bat really well to try and chase down something like that.
This should bring a couple. The sweeper square of the wickets really have had some work to do yet today. It may be just an opportune time just to reflect on what the highest totals batting second have been. 271, Australia versus South Africa in 2001 and 2. And again, Australia, 247 for 9 in the 05-06 season. At 175 for 2, they could threaten 300 yet today, Pakistan. Surely they've got to back themselves to pull it off then. But then just looking back on their bowling performance on Sunday, they may need 300.
This field there, early wickets for them will be the key. If they can bowl well with a new ball, that'll be very important.
Gone for the big one and pulled it off. That's the longest boundary. Great shot. Smith dragging it down.
That's a part-time. That's a problem with your part-time spinner. If they keep knocking him around and taking one, the bad delivery is going to come. And this was a shocker. Very, very short. Younis Khan had all the time in the world. No problem putting that away.
That's it! Goes for the maximum down the ground. There is the deep mid-on. And taken. Well, couple shy of 100. I have to say that he's blown a wonderful opportunity. Take you through it. Tell you more about it is Ramiz Raja and Brett Proctor.
Thanks, Daryl. Here's another look at Younis Khan's attempt to clear the long on. Charles Longefeld judges it well. It's been a great innings from Younis Khan, but Ramiz just can't feel somehow he's given it away.
Unselfish way to get out. Gone for 93, 204 for 3, Pakistan.
Inzamam ul Haq, the captain of Pakistan, with an incredible record, approaching 12,000 runs, and he's averaged nigh on 40 throughout this immense one-day international career, at a very healthy strike rate as well. It comes out with the table laid absolutely perfectly for a man of his talents. One fancies he might have just got outside the line, Inzamam.
Best time to get rid of Pakistani captain is now, when he is fresh at the crease. Sean Pollock just asking a question. How close was this one? It wasn't very close. Clearly hitting him outside the line.
Down the wicket, in the air, out the ground. That is massive.
Maybe he wouldn't want India to be on strike. But what a strike. He's a clean hitter. Took the bait, was successful in killing the opposition here with this mighty strike. Such an elegant aggressor when he looks to dominate the spinner by coming down the wicket.
Pressure switch. Back to the bowler. Oh, Inzamam wants one. Mohammad Yousuf didn't now. Not two of the best runners between the wickets in world cricket.
Especially when Big Easy Inzi is struggling with a back spasm. He's not yet 100%. Never looks to be 100% when he's running between the wickets.
Appeal from Smith for the catch, appeal from Boucher for the stumping. Denied on both counts.
Long stride in. Was the back leg fixed behind the popping crease? It was. That toe making sure that Mark Boucher wasn't in business.
Well, it's a good comeback from Smith. Inzamam heading him for 6. He conceded just 7 in the over. 13 overs remain. Pakistan still in a position of strength. Big appeal for LBW. Denied by Brian Jerling.
He's been just a little off colour in the last 15 minutes or so, Mohammad Yousuf. High back lift, and height would have been a problem, really. That ball would have gone on to miss the middle stump by a long way.
Wants the one, and will get it to get him to a half century. What a prolific performer he is. 52nd 50, his 6th against South Africa. He's gone on to 1100s in the midst of what is a mighty career.
Pleasing innings from Mohammad Yousuf. Just losing his touch a little in the last few overs, but I'm sure that he's quite capable really to come back into his own usual aggressive self. This is one terrific track record.
Last ball of Pollock's spell, and it will go for 4. Too short and wide, and Pollock is punished. Inzamam is starting to find his range. 12 overs remain, 221 for 3.
Always disappointing from personal point of view and from team's point of view, really, to finish the over with a boundary. Short and wide, and Inzamam really was quick on his feet to cover the width and played a handsome cut shot. Massively built, it really was a cracker of a shot.
Nasty. Inzamam's come too far up, but he's gone! Oh my word! How many times have we seen that from Inzamam ul-Haq? He was struck on the pad, set off for a single. Mohammad Yousuf was completely disinterested, and Inzamam was stranded and has been run out.
Well, there was never a single here. Inzamam was looking at the ball and just dashed. Incredible piece of running. Lost his momentum, lost his rhythm, and lost a bit of sense as well. Where was he going? He departs for 13. Pakistan 4 down, 2-2-2.
So there he is, Boom Boom Afridi. The strike rate is always the impressive thing. A career approaching 5,000 runs that's been done at better than a run a ball. On occasion can flatter to deceive rather, but one knows of his danger. Edged away down to third man for 4.
But he's got away with it. But just as easily gone straight up in the air. As it is, he's got 4.
You're right about that, Jack, because he's going to play his shots no matter what. And they can either get 350 here, or close to, or 330, 340 maybe, or they end up slogging their way to 270 because everybody hits it straight up in the air. They don't play any intelligent cricket. I think their big bonus is that Yousuf is still out there, Mohammad Yousuf, and he might just guide them to a decent total. But Razak, Afridi, they're all quick time or quick out.
Oh, he's hit that. He's hit that really hard. Flat for 6. Super shot.
Wow, this has gone straight over third base for a home run. Just swatted away by Shahid Afridi. Bang. Probably about 14 rows back. That's 6 on most grounds.
Chipped over mid-wicket. Beautiful timing. It's gone for 4.
He's just as much a danger man playing orthodox cricket shots, Mohammad Yousuf. 900s last year. Magnificent form he's been in. And this is a very good cricket shot. Intentionally gone over the top, but he knows where the fielders are, and he's picked out the gap. Just flipped it over the infield.
Over mid-off. 1 bounce 4.
And again, quality shot. This is not slogging. He knows where the fielders are. Look at the hands, beautifully. Straight through the ball. As I said, he's as much a danger because of his placement as the big hitters.
Well, we'll start with Graham Smith wanted the mid-off to go back, but he's now, I think, been overruled by Cullis. It's pulled away. More runs. And all orthodox cricket strokes. It's the end of another big over. 16 from it. 261 now for 4.
Right between the two fielders. Neither had time to move.
Low full toss. Nearly hits the cameraman, the still cameraman down there, taking photographs for newspapers all over the world. Nearly lost a very expensive lens. There he is.
Tell you what, takes a strong man to do this. From not a bad delivery in terms of 43rd over, but hit flat and hard. I wonder if he got a picture of that going straight into the lens.
4 more runs, I think, to get added to the total to take it to 274. The highest total is 280 for 4. So they're going to break that by plenty. 274 now. Cheeky. Very cheeky.
I haven't seen that one in the MCC coaching manual. You've got to improvise, and certainly when you've got a score with only 4 down, you can afford to experiment a little bit, and this certainly was an experimentation which has worked out well for Shahid Afridi. Gambled on it. He knew that he was going to bowl pretty full. Fine legs up. You've got to have a good eye to do that. For any kids at home, don't try that. You'll get one off the top head straight in the eye. Mackay is not impressed, nor would I be.
Just won some respite.
What a turnaround. They looked very flat at Centurion, did the Pakistanis. They come out, lost a wicket almost immediately, and then Imran Nazir set him on a path. And these two are really capitalising. 59 of just 32 deliveries.
That sweet, sweet timing. Beautiful. I'll use the word this time. Placement.
He puts away the full toss so well.
Edged it. That was a genuine edge, just wide of Boucher. And 4.
When your luck's in, your luck's in. That could so easily have hit a thinner edge and gone to Boucher. He goes hard at it and just wide. Tell you what though, with the acceleration through the hitting area with those wrists, it's always going to go very quickly, and Mark Boucher really no chance.
Interesting length that Langerfeldt bowled in. So was that.
A number of times I've seen him hit a 4 and then follow it up with a single, so you've got 5 off the first 2 balls, and what pressure that is for the bowler, knowing that he's got another 4 deliveries and he's got somebody like Afridi who's a big hit at the other end. That's what's called applying pressure and batting in pairs, making sure that you maximise everything. He's guiding them to a good total, is Mohammad Yousuf.
Worried about this length to Afridi. See what I mean? It's the wrong length. It's the wrong length for him.
I'll tell you what, it wasn't off the middle. That's the bad news. Because if he does, we're in business in the commentary box, and that's a good 30 or 40 metres beyond the boundary rope. Slower ball, the right idea, it just was the wrong length. Afridi, boy, he's such a powerful man.
Straight. 6 more. That went really flat too. It's the wrong length.
Wrong length. He did run. When they should have been pitching it up, they were pitching it short. Now he should be mixing it up and getting it in the block hole. He's bowling it on a length. And I tell you what, bowl it on a length at the death with the wickets in hand. That's what happens.
4 more. Done it again. That NCC coaching book. That takes him to 50 in just 20 deliveries. Here's 27th. His 3rd against South Africa, and he has 400s to go with it.
Don't try this at home. This comes with a warning on the label. But if you've got a good eye like Shahid Afridi, he pretty much knows it's going to be in the block hole, and he's gambling and he's winning at the moment. It's coming up trumps every time.
Smith hits this time. It's being referred. South Africa are reasonably confident.
He doesn't run his bat in, Afridi. He tries to jump over the line. I'm not sure he had his bat down. I think he had the pace to get there, but I'm not sure he got the bat down in time. Good piece of fielding. Graham Smith. You see how he puts the bat over the line? That's why Boucher's asking the question. Look, he's not running it in. Oh dear, this is at the same time that the ball hits, the bat hits the ground, in my opinion. So over to you, Rudy Goodson. It's going to be a toughie. No sliding in, and any kids that are watching, you slide the bat in every time, and then there would have been no discussion, it would have been a not out. This is close.
It's a beauty, isn't it? It's a beauty. I wonder if maybe even the camera from the back might be better than the one on the side. We can see that he's in if it's grounded. So now we need to try and find angles to show that it's not grounded. Can't
give him out, Jackers, I'm afraid. Can't. Yeah, I don't think you can.
Over fine leg. There's a tall man there too, saving one, but it's gone for 4 more.
They're targeting that area with the angle that Mackay and Tini bowls and the length that he's trying to bowl. If he misses without a fine leg, they can just have a flip at it. Just over Justin Kemp's head. Now that's going to be a challenge for you when you come out to bat, Mr. Captain. And there's going to be quite a healthy total posted here by the Pakistanis.
And a slow over rate from South Africa. Very slow.
I'll tell you what, that was pretty close to a no ball as well. Trying to go full. Waist high. 104 of just 54 deliveries, these two. Afridi races to 60. 5 4s and 4 6s. 44 in boundaries.
High in the air, long off's under it, but it's over his head. He's loving it.
Wow, wouldn't he be? That's almost a slice for 6. I'd like to see the impact on the bat there. I'm not sure. Watch the face of the bat, just turns. Those edges are so thick. That's where the ball's ended up. It's not fair. The poor bowlers. I don't think this has hit the middle, or perhaps I'm being a little bit unkind. It's pretty close to the middle, but it has gone a long way. Shahid Afridi on fire.
In the road.
I reckon it's in Maritzburg. That's about 50 k's away. Whew. Anything baseball style, and he just absolutely smacks it. Doesn't hold back 1 iota. I've seen a few on the roof, and that's another one.
And the ball that shouldn't have been bowled goes for 4. 347 for 4. That's his 1200 and his first against South Africa. And it's been a pleasure to watch it.
Absolute pleasure. Quality cricket from Mohammad Yousuf. Really was a fine knock. Exactly how, as a quality player, you should fashion out 100 in a one-day game. 110 deliveries, 12 fours, strike rate of 90, a tad under 3 hours. Well played.
He's done it. Well bowled. Very well bowled. It's only the 8th time that 350 has been passed in South Africa during an ODI anywhere in the country. And it's been down to a superlative innings from Mohammad Yousuf and some wonderful, wonderful hitting from Shahid Afridi, along with a good start up front. Young Nazir played really well. It's been most entertaining.
It certainly has. And don't forget Younis Khan, a very well-crafted 93 for him as well. Imran Nazir got them started when they lost a wicket very early. Cameron Akmal out for naught. And then Nazir 50, Younis Khan 90, Mohammad Yousuf 100. Beautifully done. It really was quality cricket. And then the smash was on. And Afridi came to the party. 77 of just 35 deliveries. He's very dangerous, as Shahid Afridi. And every now and again he's going to play one of these cameos. And if you're here to watch it, you're going to be royally entertained.
What a comeback by Pakistan following that thumping in the first one-day international. They put themselves in a great position of squaring the series. 3 terrific partnerships. Imran Nazir and Younis Khan, a partnership of 79. Younis Khan and Mohammad, Yousuf, a partnership worth 124. And then Yousuf and Afridi's partnership at the end worth 129. But what an innings for Mohammad Yousuf, 101. And Shahid Afridi with an explosive 77 of just 35 deliveries. A struggle then for the South African bowlers. 1 wicket for Pollock, 1 also for the captain Graham Smith, and 1-2 for the returning Charles Langeveld. It meant that Pakistan were in a very strong position. 351 for 4. South Africa with a daunting task of 352 for victory.
And Graham Smith will face Mohammad Asif's first delivery. He's on the deal straight away. Now talk us through that bounce, Alan. What is it about this ground under lights bowling with the new ball?
Well, there's a lot of players that have played here have said that the ball just comes on, it rushes off the deck a little bit more. I have got no idea, Darryl. I don't know whether it's the overcast weather that we've got all of a sudden. Lights have come on. At first ball, and it will carry with a new nut.
This occasion straight through Graham Smith. He's had a long hard look at the pitch, as if to suggest that there was some movement to go with the pace of Asif. I just think the overhead conditions, it's clouded over now. There's a 30% chance of rain. It still looks fairly good. It does allow for a bit of swing, and who knows, perhaps the tides come in and that creates a bit of movement and bounce off the pitch.
Now, there has been a few there. It looks pretty glum, and that's behind our commentary position. Well, let's just hope that we have a full game and the rain does stay away, because this has definitely got the making of a tremendous match. A slight wind blowing.
They're off the mark, a straight drive from Graham Smith ensures that. Finds the boundary. Well, 348 now to win, and if it is going to be a successful evening for South Africa, it will go down as the most successful chase on any ground in a day-night one-day international in South Africa. Will it be the first boundary of the innings to South Africa? Indeed it is. The second, in fact. Graham Smith finding the boundary in the first over. It's the first to A.B. de Villiers.
Well, he's certainly, I think, one of the best young players around, and when it comes to playing shots off the back foot, he really is something to watch. He's had a torrid summer. Bounce back at Supersport Park was 75, but nicely on the toes and crashing it behind square for 4. This outfield lightning.
Guys have catched it, and down it goes. A life to A.B. de Villiers. He was diving. You'd have to say, though, this sort of level, I'd expect him to catch it. Afridi, the man of the moment, has put one down. 11 without loss.
Oh, there's no doubt he should have taken this. It hits him quite hard. It wasn't like he's absolutely blitzed it to him. It's just, well, just quite simply should have taken it. Now then, how costly? That's the first question you've got to ask yourself.
It's going to put third man number pressure here, and it's a boundary to de Villiers. Gone quickly off the bat. He's fairly fine, the third man. Didn't beat him by much, but it's just the pace behind the shot, the new ball, which tends to go quicker off the bat. It's by a couple of yards, and Abdul Razak not putting in a dive there. See, this is where South Africa know they've got the advantage over Pakistan. And that they put the sweepers under pressure, the men on the boundary, get a partnership or two going, run hard between the wickets. It's a tough ground to defend on. He's pulled out, he's managed to clear the infield. Will it go on to get to the boundary? In fact, it does. Now, someone quicker probably could have got that ball. Just again highlights the difficulties Pakistan do have in terms of their fielding. Generally a lack of pace and commitment to the ball. Success of boundaries to de Villiers.
I must say, I didn't think that this was going to get there. It's not a big ground by any stretch of the imagination. The square boundaries are quite short. It's the four corners where the ball reaches you very, very quickly. So you've got to know. He can't believe it. He should have got there. So you've got to know your angles. You've got to work out your angles. Good running.
I think that just highlights the point as well, Alan, that mid-on and mid-off generally tend to hang in the inner ring. So run of balls, to large degrees, are given. It's tough, and as a captain, that's such a great point you make. You've got to know your angles at this venue, because it can beat the men on the boundary by just a couple of meters if it's well timed.
I say I would have been quite annoyed if that single was taken straight to mid-off or mid-on. Now the score that Pakistan posted, surely you want to cut off anything. Ones. It's not a Pro 20 game where you can expect to hang on the circle, where you know that every blow will come hard your way. You're saving the four. Here you're still saving ones. The mid-on and mid-off is very deep right now.
Smith pulls, a bit of luck goes his way, finds the boundary. He can't believe it, Rana Naveed. Oh, it's just been boundaries all day long, and they're all loving it.
Oh, it's just such a bowler's nightmare, isn't it? Not quite anything wrong with that ball. It's just a swing, top edge four.
Feels, and the question has been asked. Mohammad Asif finally turns to Steve Bucknell as if to say, well, is that out or not? I think Mohammad Asif had thought for a moment that it had bowled A.B. de Villiers. We need another look at this.
I reckon it clipped the pad, just flicked the pad. This might have been close. What did this do? Nip back. It's nipped back, and it's just clipped the pad outside the line anyway. That was the appeal. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's a good decision.
It's more hopeful than anything else from the back.
Shot and four.
Don't often see Asif stray in terms of his lengths. On this occasion, though, he has.
That's been the trend of the day, I think, for all the bowlers. It's only the start of the innings of South Africa. Loss of concentration.
Taken. Success to Pakistan. Mohammad Asif going across. Graham Smith works for him, and Pakistan claim their first one. Well, he flirted with one earlier on, looking to play through the onside. Found a thicker outside edge on that occasion. Got one to third man, but yeah, straight into the reliable hands of Younis Khan. He doesn't drop too many. .2 overs gone. A bit of a patchy start for Graham Smith. It's a 38 for one. A hero is required for South Africa. And Jacques Kallis, is he going to be the man here this evening?
De Villiers pulls that away. We've learnt all evening that if you don't get the ball up to throw tight,
you're going to pay for it. We've seen too many short deliveries that are bounced waist high, chest high. Just dispatched like this. This is just exactly how Nazir played as well.
It's got to be replaced now, Rana Naveed. Boundaries have been bleeding quite profusely now from his end. Required rate is 7.09, original rate 7.04. South Africa going at a great pace here, even though they've lost a wicket. Current rate is just around 7 now.
It's 4 more. A better delivery, it has to be said, from Rana Naveed. But de Villiers up to it, just hitting through the line. It's slapped back. Past umpire, Bucknell for 4.
This is good cricket from AB de Villiers. Is not going to be quietened down by Mohammad Asif's class. A little short and he pounced on it very quickly.
That's a big appeal for LBW. Umpire unmoved. I think it's hit Cullis on the back leg. Might be a bit of height involved.
Yes, I think Pakistan were interested in that leg before appeal. Just pointing to the umpire that the appeal was not for caught behind but for leg before. Jacques Kallis clearly impressed by that first delivery from Razak. Yes, height clearly would have been a problem there. Good start to his brand new spell. This is what he wants, a bit of confidence rolling. And just to keep the batsman quiet for a little while.
Oh, big appeal, that's close, or is it going down leg? Going down leg, says umpire Bucknell. Asif pleading.
He's pretty dramatic with his appealing. Height was a problem in the end. On his knees almost, Mohammad Asif. Hoping against hope that Steve Bucknell will reward him.
No ball, over cover. That very nearly went for 6. That was incredible. It didn't go much higher than head height. And it's bounced just inside the boundary.
He's in the mood to thrill. And possibly, if given the license to kill also. On the line, and the line belongs to the umpire, as we say. It was crashed hard.
Lofted, he did it a little bit. It was a slower delivery, but Cullis went through with a shot and he gets 4 for it. Defeated him just for a second and Cullis just said, no, I've got to keep going.
Short, pulled away, it's going to be caught! Gone! That's the break that Abdul Razak was looking for, and certainly his team. AB de Villiers trying to pull one that perhaps wasn't short enough to do so, and he's just looped it up to Younis Khan at short mid wicket. He goes for 43 and South Africa 87 for 2.
Just a little quicker. Look, he's right out of his crease, and it was onto him just a little bit quicker than he anticipated. And nice, easy catch. So AB de Villiers played pretty well. Caught by Younis, his second catch. He's out for 43. Second wicket goes down. South Africa 87 for 2.
Herschel Gibbs returns, having fulfilled his suspension for his indiscretion. And there's his record, approaching 200 ODIs. Handy average without being hugely revealing, but a strike rate that is a good one, and that memorable 175 in the 438 match, his best. Oh, that's beautifully timed. That is a quite brilliant stroke from Herschel Gibbs, given that he's just come to the crease. He's hardly moved his feet, he's just stood tall and put his weight on the back foot and eased it elegantly through extra.
Again, just on the fraction on the short side, but beautifully played. Nice straight bat and into the gap. I think you'd have to say, though, if it had been AB de Villiers or somebody like that, he might have been struggling to get a run. beautifully timed by Gibbs.
Down the wicket, over the top, but is it going all the way? We will have to wait and see. Yes, the hands go up. It's carried, and the first 6 of the South African innings goes behind the name of Herschel Gibbs.
Premeditated, knows the sort of pace that he's bowling. Kept nice and still and well balanced, Herschel Gibbs, and it's just popped over.
Security guard hardly move, hits the advertising triangle on the full. 6 it is. Pushing away to the offside, and there's one there that really shouldn't have been. They were a bit on the heels in the inner ring, but a good over for South Africa. 10 from it, 110 for 2 after 18. It's close. He's got him. Bump and all. Mohammad has struck. Gibbs goes. Is a massive blow, struck in his final over, and South Africa reduced to 110 for 3.
Is this a divining moment? I'm not sure. I think it possibly could be. He's played pretty well, Herschel Gibbs. He got 14 or 14 deliveries. He's a little bit upset with it. He thought it might have been a bit high, I think. I think the peel might have done it. Let's have a look. It looked close in real time. Does it come back? Well, it's fairly close. It's hit the back leg. Herschel Gibbs is not convinced. The umpire was. He's not a happy man. South Africa lose their third, 110 for 3.
Ashwell Prince is the new man, which suggests an approach of rebuilding, of knocking it around, taking the ones. A player who's grown in stature in the last 12 months by some measure, both at this form of the game and particularly at test level. What a spell by Mohammad Asif. 2 for 29. He's in his 10th over. Oh, head and shoulders above anything on view tonight.
By miles. Let's have a look at Herschel Gibbs again. Yes, it's the back leg. You see his hand immediately going to his leg, and that's why he knew in his own mind that it was going over the top.
There's been that much bounce in the pitch tonight, but his pleading was answered positively. Prince has come too far up. There could be trouble. Oh, the throw's wild.
And that's where the difference is in the fielding. Mix up between Callis and Prince. And I'm sure A.B. de Villiers or Herschel Gibbs would have pounced on it. He was filled a little bit by the way that Callis took off almost immediately.
There's a call for a caught behind, and Brian Juling obliges. The big wickets of Callis and Pakistan have struck, and they've definitely now in with a great shot of winning this match. Big booming drive off the back foot. Razak's persistence has paid off outside off stump, and it's the big one which goes.
Well, the balance now has certainly tilted towards Pakistan. There was a faint edge, a feather edge. Let's have a listen. Just a faint feather edge. Kamran Akmal was 100% convinced, as was his bowler. Rack Callis still can't believe it. He's looking at the big screen for a replay. It'll not be there. 113 for 4.
Well, with South Africa at 113 for 4, requiring 239 more runs for victory, this happened at the Kingsmead Stadium. Not just a floodlight out, a complete power failure. The only light on in the host broadcaster's studio, and it put play out for 50 minutes. It really was a case of bad lights stop play. After the break, we'll show you what happened when the lights came back on.
Boucher on strike. Here's a no ball, and it finds the boundary. This must be frustrating for not only Razak but Captain and Inzamam ul Haq.
Way over that line, and that break has certainly killed his intensity. short and wide as well, and spectacular effort at point from Imran Nazir. Couldn't stop it.
Boucher pulls a bit of luck on his side. Down to third man. Boundary to Boucher and South Africa. Finally the over comes to an end. 123 for 4.
He will take calculated risks. And because he's brave, he's got character to show, his risk often comes good to his rescue. Younis Khan has been brilliant in the slips. Already has caught about 11 catches in this test in one-day series. Jumped, but the edge avoided him.
Tries to catch it and take on his first delivery back in South Africa. It's worked. And delightful Pakistan. Ashwin Prince, the big shot out off stump. Well, the break didn't do them good. That's what we thought. But yeah, perhaps it wasn't good for Ashwin Prince and South Africa neither.
Well, this wicket has got to be credited to Younis Khan's brilliance in the slip cordon. Once again, taking this brilliantly. Fully stretched. Beautiful piece of work from Younis Khan. And Azhar Mahmood has been given a bonus start by South Africa. Ashwin Prince is the man who loses his focus and his wicket. Gone for 2, 123 for 5.
The 66 matches. That's a good average for a middle order batsman, and already has 102 to his name. An impressive strike rate. Can't stray onto Boucher's leg stump because he will punish you.
It's been a soft start from Abdur Razak after the power failure break. And Mark Boucher clearly breaking his rhythm by scoring that delightful boundary. Wrong line, paying the price. Drifting down the leg side is not a good idea to a striker of Mark Boucher's caliber. Big wind and then wrist work took over. He's a smart operator. Mark Boucher will always be looking to punch you hard.
Boundary and over will keep the South African batsman fairly relaxed. The moment the boundary dries up for a while, then that's when panic sets in. And that's what Pakistan, I just get the idea that that's what Inzamam's trying to prevent here. Just trying to stop the boundaries. Get that run rate required up. Get it to somewhere close to 10. Then risks have to be taken. Well, this isn't a risk shot. It's just back of a length short. And as we know, Mark Boucher is pretty good on the short ball. 11 from the over so far.
He's making it tough on himself and on Inzamam ul Haq by bowling this length. I hope that he's not over-trying. I hope that he's not under a little bit of pressure.
He's bowled a brilliant change of pace from Shahid Afridi on his way to becoming the man of the match here. The big wicket of Mark Boucher. Not to be his night. He can't pull it off every single time. And now South Africa collapsing here at 147 for 6. It's almost a carbon copy of the first one-day international. One big difference, the shoes on the other foot.
Great variation from Afridi. I think Boucher was looking for a bit of spin. It wasn't there. Clean bowl for 21. South Africa slump further, 147 for 6 now.
Sean Pollock comes to the crease. Good shot. Sweet timing from Kemp on this occasion.
He is a nice timer of the ball. He always looks elegant, tall, hits through the line. Just straying slightly, Azhar Mahmood, looking for that away swing. I'm not sure how fit he is either. I'm not sure how many overs the captain can get out of him, Azhar Mahmood. Hasn't played a lot of cricket. Good shot. Sweetly driven by Pollock.
Nice half volley for him outside the off stump. He doesn't miss out on those.
Top shot. Nicely timed, nicely placed. Has to be said, it was in the slot, but he's still got to put it away. Right into the gap. That's what good batting's about. You get the ball to hit and you make sure that you maximise it. 4 runs.
Oh, Kemp took off. And Pollock was asking him to wait.
Nazir Mahmood also struggling a little bit with the leg. It's a good looking shot, this.
Whipped away this time through the onside. Good batting.
Well, you said they had to go. A couple of 4s here for Shaun Pollock. It's turning out to be a good over again. Looking for a bit of a way swing. It's not there. Just a little pick-up shot. Whipped away over the top, intentional.
Oh, he's hit that a long way. Another one in a row.
Well, scratching his head is Shoaib Malik, asking where it pitched. Well, I can tell him it's an Old Ford Road. That's where it pitched. A monster. The second one on the roof, or over the roof. That's a long way. Please, sir, can I have my ball back? Certainly some turn there for the spinners. Oh, yes. There is some turn.
Caught and bowled. A tentative push from Kemp when maybe the big hit was required.
Just wonder if he wasn't laughing as he caught it. I think he's done it well. He talked about throwing it up a bit more, and that's exactly what he did. Maybe a bit frightened to throw it up to Shaun Pollock, but he just got that one up a little bit more above the eye line. It just dropped on Justin Kemp, played too soon. Nice, neat catch by Shoaib Malik. Disappointment for Justin Kemp. South Africa in deeper trouble. 179 for 7.
Strike rate of 80 is about all you can say about Andre Nell's batting, which means that he doesn't hang about. But he'll have to get a few more than 9 if his team are going to have a chance here. You're quite right, both of you.
I don't like the spelling on the well. It must be an SMS. Just shorten it a bit. Andre Nell. It's over to Shaun Pollock now to entertain the crowd. Oops. Little inside edge. Yeah, there's no point in hanging around, and I think he realises that it's going to be a shot of ball. But this man has been very hard to hit. This is the cordon bowl. He was going to go and then try to stop his shot. Not in time.
You've got Afridi as your man of the match. Mohammad, Yousuf, do you come in reckoning somewhere?
Yeah, it would be close call because it was a quality innings. But you know, there's a wicket for Afridi. He's fielded well. Oops, and there's a little bit of turn again. Amazing when his confidence is up. Shahid Afridi can be anything as a cricketer.
Beats Nell this time. Oh,
they go up for the catch. He's got him. Shahid Afridi strikes again, and South Africa lose their 8th wicket, and it's all but over now. 190 for 8.
Afridi was the best bowler for Pakistan during the first match at Supersport Park, and he's going very well again this evening. Andre Nel trying to whip that on the leg side, getting an inside edge. Good catch by Akmal. He's had a tough time behind the stumps, but making no mistake this time. 190 for 8.
Makarantini comes in at number 10. Average nothing to speak of, but a high score of 42. But he's beaten first ball.
No surprise there. Very difficult for the tailenders to negotiate Afridi when he's bowling as well as this.
Pulled away, beautifully placed, skimming away for 4.
Too short. Sean Pollock has looked in very good touch this evening. That's his 3rd boundary. He's hit 3 4s and a 6. Moved along quickly to 28 of just 27 balls.
Full toss, pushed away down the ground. Ground to be made by Ron and Naveed at long off. They're back for 2.
Back up, boys.
He's hit that one well, launched it away over deep extra cover and away for 4. And up comes the South African 200.
Good shot. His delivery was wider, allowing Ntini to free his arms and swing through the line, and he did it beautifully.
Quick up, the edge is found and a little speed for 4. Back-to-back boundaries for Ntini.
The outside edge, just past Younis Khan at first slip.
Down the ground, is it going all the way? No, it's not, it'll be taken, gone. The substitute, Mohammad Hafiz, completes a simple catch. Ntini threatened to get out to Afridi at any occasion, and finally it's come to that. He's gone for 9, and South Africa have just 1 wicket in the bank.
3rd wicket for Afridi must make him a very strong candidate for man of the match. He played very well earlier on as well with the bat. So he's had an exceptional match. Makai Ntini goes for 9, 208 for 9.
The record of South Africa's number 11, a best of just 3. Doesn't suggest any heroics are imminent. So Sean Pollock might have to try and entertain in the last rites of this game all by himself. He's on strike now. Afridi in the midst of his 9th over, 3 for 24, an excellent effort to go with his quick fire 77 off 35. Pollock drags it away to the onside. Oh, there's a misunderstanding, mix-up. Langeveld has to try and get back, but the fielding isn't secure.
If Younis Khan hung on to that, that would have been the end of Shah Langeveld. Full shot, didn't get hold of it properly. Lots of hesitation. Langeveld almost going all the way down, but fortunately for him, Younis Khan just fumbling.
Easily turned for the 1, leaving Langeveld exposed to the last ball of the Afridi over. Ntini, given the flight he was looking for to try and launch down the ground, accepted the bait, and the fish was hooked. So just 1 wicket for Pakistan on their way to a comfortable victory. It's 209 for 9. Appeal for the stumping, and that could be it. It's a wide down the leg side, but Pollock is overbalanced trying to help it on its way. And Cameron Akmal, with some very neat glove work, has whipped the bails off, and is Pollock Been caught out. There's the overbalance. I think he's in trouble. Oh, desperately, desperately close.
May have just got back in time. Pretty difficult to give that. His foot may have been just in the air or on the line.
I think that may be given though, Kepler. There. See, I think that could be it.
That's it. That's out. Good piece of work by Imran Nazir. He's had a tough series behind the stumps, but on this occasion he did it very well. Pollock overbalancing, changing feet, can't get back in time. The bowler's off, and that's out.
So that will be it, and a very useful victory for Pakistan, levelling the series at 1-1. The screen will tell us a tail, and it will tell us that that's it. There it is. Pollock has been stumped down the leg side by Imran Nazir. Last man out for 32 off 34 balls. South Africa all out for 210, and victory to Pakistan by a massive 141 runs, redeeming themselves immeasurably. It is the second biggest win by Pakistan over South Africa, and the pressure switches back onto the home side after they were cock-a-hoop after the weekend on the reef.
What a comeback then for Pakistan. South Africa all out for 210, giving Pakistan a 141 margin of victory. The early real performance with the bat, A.B. de Villiers with 43, Jacques Kallis with 34, and Shaun Pollock with 32. For the rest, it was somewhat disappointing. No disappointing performances amongst the bowlers. Mohammad has seen 10 overs, no maidens, 2 for 29. And Shahid Afridi to add to that terrific innings with the bat, 3 for 25 off his 9, 2 for Malik, and 2 also for Razak. So an emphatic victory for Pakistan. Plenty of candidates then for the man of the match. After the match, the presentation ceremony was hosted by Kaz Nadu.
Graham, you had a cracking start, and I guess in order to chase 350, you really needed wickets in the bank towards the end.
Yeah, look, I think 350 under lights was always going to be tough. You know, I think the wicket took a little bit of turn and always had a little bit in it. But in saying that, I think we could have got to 280, 300, but our last sort of 15 overs, we let ourselves down after having worked so hard to get ourselves back in the game.
The bowlers did so well at Centurion. What would you attribute to the performance of the bowlers here tonight?
Well, I think they put us under pressure, you know, from the word go tonight, and we just didn't respond well enough. You know, our skills probably let us down slightly tonight, and you know, maybe it's the wake-up call that we just needed to put our feet back on the ground and really go to PE and hopefully perform a lot better there in all facets.
In hindsight, though, would it have been a good idea to pick a spinner here?
Maybe. I think, you know, obviously the wicket that we saw the day before the game looked a bit different when we arrived here today, but that's no excuse. I think we slid the bowling attack that could do well enough here, but I think credit to Pakistan, you know, they really performed well. They came out fighting, they put us under pressure from word go, and they finished it off superbly.
Inzi, it's amazing how things changed. Things didn't go your way in Centurion, but all credit to you for the team coming together so well.
Assalamu alaikum, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. First of all, thanks to Allah. Yes, definitely his boys are really working.